The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Hey, Triple Cross, how's it going? You're here with Casey at Niners Fan Man. Check out the handle here. Follow me on YouTube, on IG, on Twitter. Make sure you sub to our podcast here on YouTube, as well as on any other podcasting apps that you use. Today it's going to be a solo show. I'm going to let you guys know right at the top to make sure to like the video, because today we are going to be giving out $25 gift cards to the NFL shop for every 10 likes on the video. I'm going to try to manage that the best I can while being alone here. It's going to be solo throughout the whole way, so just me today, and should be fun. This should be pretty heavily fan participation type of episode that we do for this. This is the first football episode of the year, first football proper episode. So excited to be here with you guys. Let's see who we got in the chat. We've already got some people in here. Michael's in here. Michael Scarlett. He says he's in here. He wants his Giants to go kill it in this draft. Andrew's in here. He says, "Is this the NCAA football draft?" Well, you know, I mean, they're former NCAA football players now, so sort of. Yeah. Michael says, "No, NFL." I think Andrew might have known that. I don't know. Andrew's kind of a funny guy. He tries to be funny. He makes some jokes, so maybe he's making a joke there, or maybe he didn't know. I don't know. I'm not going to put that on you, Andrew. Deborah Salinas is in here. She says, "Go Lions." Lions could be major players in this draft. I mean, any team could be, but specifically teams like the Lions, who have some momentum going forward and still have some decent draft capital. We can see them making some moves. Catherine Clemens wants to see her Seahawks have a great draft. Hopefully they do. Guys, as people are flooding in now, we got some Colts. Hello, Colts, Pittsburgh. I'm not totally sure what you mean by that, William Morris. You like the Colts, or you like Pittsburgh, or you're from Pittsburgh, you like the Colts? I'm not sure. Deb Loomis is here. Hey, Deb, how we doing? Gwendolyn Thomas is here. Guys, good to see you all here. As we're kind of waiting for this draft action to start up, I'm going to just share some general resources. Normally, I would know a little bit more about some of the prospects in the draft, but since we're only kind of going to be live for the very beginning of the first day of the draft, we don't have to dive too deep. We can keep this nice and level, and we can have a nice chat going for everybody to kind of chat about the draft, which is as cool as anything else here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see over here that we have the first three picks on our screen already. So number one overall in this draft, that will be picked by the Carolina Panthers. And that's via a trade with the Chicago Bears. So this is pretty important. If you haven't watched a draft before, you don't know a ton about the NFL, don't worry, I got you. Basically, that move indicates whenever you move up to that first pick, it usually indicates you're after a quarterback and you want your pick of the litter. You want your number one quarterback from the draft. Who that is, we don't know exactly in Carolina's mind. So we will see who the Panthers decide to go with today. After them, we'll see the Houston Texans pick. Both of those teams, tons of turnover in the front office. Going to have tons of turnover on the roster, I'm sure, as well. Both will be exciting kind of fresh starts for franchises that, quite frankly, haven't been very good in quite a while. So excited to see that. And specifically in Houston, you know, we got my guy, last year's defensive coordinator, D'Amico Ryans, now is the head coach in Houston, former GM or former GM assistant, front office assistant, whatever his position was at the Patriots. Nick Caserio is the GM there in Houston now. So we know we have some decent brass on that squad. So I'm actually pretty high on the Texans kind of turning things around, maybe this year, maybe in the next couple of years. I'm excited to see what they do, because today is the day you lay some of that foundation for the next few years. After that, we're going to have the Cardinals picking third. At least that's the way that it looks right now. I figure it doesn't even matter who else I show you after this, because there's bound to be some trades up here in the top 10. I'm not sure how many picks we're going to see today while we're live. The draft kind of has a mind of its own. It has a cadence of its own. And we're just going to roll with the punches and try to have some fun and do some decent coverage and see if we can get some opinions shared in the chat. Gwendolyn says, "Go Titans." Yeah, Andrew was joking with you, Michael. I figured he probably was. Yeah, it'll be Bryce Young, says Michael. That's his prediction for the first pick. I share that take with you, Michael. It'll definitely be a QB at number 1. I share that take with you as well. Gwendolyn says, "Let's go Titans again." Very hyped up on the Titans. Looks like the draft is getting ready to kick off here. I'll kind of fill in with some more information whenever something's not going on. I just saw Goodell and a couple of people up on the stage here. So feel free to kind of turn me down. I'm going to try to cover the air, except for like when the name is actually read. And he's doing his kind of opening speech right now. So I'm going to keep talking over this. Feel free to turn me down. But yeah, I'm going to keep talking. Let's look at maybe some other things here while we're waiting. Let's pull this up. I have the Draft Network. I paid for a subscription, you guys, so you can see you can see everything that I can see here. So Will Anderson at the top, the highest rated player here. He's an edge player. That's pretty common that they're right near the top. Those edge guys are very valuable. Bijan Robinson, one of the best running back prospects we've had in a while. Jalen Carter, interior defensive lineman. Then overall, QB Bryce Young is rated 4th highest here. That's who I think is going number 1 too. I need to make sure that I'm watching enough not to miss these picks. If you're listening to this after the fact, this is obviously me recording while the draft was live. So if I go silent for a minute or two, that's because of picks happening. So I'm going to try to keep talking until that point happens. I missed this guy's name. I had something covering the screen on his name. I know this actor is really well known. He's from Modern Family. He's up here. Chiefs swag all over. Guys, make sure you like the video so you can get swag all your own or your favorite team. We'll be doing a giveaway spin kind of between the action. And so make sure you like the video because every 10 likes on the video is what's going to make us do a spin. Spin means all the names in the chat will get added to a wheel. I will spin that wheel. Whichever name the little doohickey like Wheel of Fortune style lands on, they will win a $25 gift card to the NFL shop. I'll be working on that as I go silent when the picks are being read. Maybe try to work on it in the meantime too. We got Pat Mahomes at the mic here, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Anybody here Kansas City fan? Do we have Kansas City fans in the chat at all? I want to know. And how long have you been one? Are you a bandwagon or have you liked them a long time? Next up at the mic, Travis Kelce, co-host of the New Heights podcast with his brother Jason Kelce. Good show. Free plug for them. These guys aren't allowed to get any better tonight. They need to trade out of the first round. They don't need any more first round talent. I don't like it. I actually am sort of afraid that they're going to get a really great draft pick right at the end of the first round and shock the world. Get another like speedy receiver maybe. That's just the most Chiefs thing ever. So Victor Suggs is here. Hello. Can I win tonight, says Victor. Well, I mean, that's not up to me. That's up to the wheel of destiny, my friend. Rooting for CJ Stroud to go first or to go to a particular team, Victor? Which one do you mean? CJ Stroud kind of been all over the news lately. He was number 1 or 2 for the majority of the offseason. Then in the last couple of weeks, he's just bumped down, bumped around all over the place. I've seen mock drafts where he goes as low as like 6 or 8, which is kind of crazy in my mind, just being a quarterback of any caliber. But hey, not for me to judge. Crazier things have happened. This is lying season. You never know which way it's going to go. Let's start a poll. Let's say who will be the first QB off the board. We might have to go quick with this one, but we'll toss just those 2 up there. We'll go Stroud. Let's see. We probably should add in Richardson as well, right? Richardson, and we'll add Young here. Guys, wait. Oh, we got to add in Levis as well. Those are kind of the four guys everybody's been talking about. Guys, jump in the poll that's in the chat right now. Weigh in with who you think will be the first QB off of the board. I want to know if we can get it right. How much do you guys pay attention to the NFL media? Not that that really matters because they don't really know either. I got to say, this offseason stands out, especially the pre-draft portion, just the last few weeks, stands out to me as, like, from year to year, this is the most confused I think the media has been, like, right before the draft, just leading up to the draft a week, 2 weeks before. It's been all over the place. Once they think they know something, they flip it on its head and they go completely the other way, like 2 days later. That's not normally the case. Normally we know kind of the number one consensus guy. It probably is Young, but I don't know for sure. Um, and nobody does. It's a little bit more secretive. We really don't know who the next team is into. We don't know if they're going to go quarterback, defense. Will Anderson's in my opinion, the first guy who's going to go off the board who's not a quarterback. Um, as you can see over here on whatever side this is to you, on my left, on my right, your left, Will Anderson, top of the board, edge from Crimson, couldn't have better positional value being an edge player, except for being a quarterback. Couldn't be coming from a stronger program, Crimson Tide, and couldn't be a better just standalone prospect. So that guy's going while we're covering stuff. I'm sure he's going to go in the top 5 picks. I would book that one. Okay, let's catch up with the chat here. Okay, let's see. There's a couple players from Purdue and West Virginia. I want to go to Indianapolis Colts and Pittsburgh. I see. So Purdue, West Virginia, Indy, Pittsburgh. All right. I get your vibe here, William. I'm getting it. That's what I was meaning about Pittsburgh. Gotcha. Michael says, I like Mahomes. I think he is the GOAT. I think he's talent-wise maybe the most talented quarterback we've ever had. If you mean GOAT in that way, maybe I agree with you. But if you mean like best resume for greatest of all time, he's not there yet. There's just too much of a standout in Tom Brady to give it to anybody else, in my opinion. But by the time his career is over, on the trajectory he's on, barring any major injuries or just something weird happening, I think Patrick Mahomes is likely going to be one of those guys that we see in rarefied, legendary status by the time his career is winding down. So Victor says, Kansas City fan, my cousin Terrell Suggs won Super Bowl 54 with the Chiefs. Okay. Nice. Very cool. Victor, that's awesome. Yeah, man, it's awesome stuff. Glad we have so many people jumping in the chat here. Makes it helpful when I don't have a co-host with me. And we're going to get on through this. There's still 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock for the Panthers to make their pick. Maybe they're fielding offers just to see what people are willing to offer here with the back against the wall. You're not going to get this pick unless you did now. But they already moved up here. So I don't know why they're not just running to the podium, handing in their pick. I always think it's weird when the first pick of the draft takes a while. Like, you guys have had a long time. Not exactly the whole offseason because they did trade to get here, but they did that a few weeks ago. So they probably had a guy in mind when they traded up to get there. They probably confirmed that since then, and they should just be going out, get their guy, being ecstatic. It did show into their draft room, their front office draft room, and they do have smiles all over their faces. They're in no way going to trade this pick. They're getting the guy they want. They're getting, they think, the best player for their team. Probably going to be Bryce Young, but hey, we could get surprised here. So they're clapping over in the draft room. We're walking on pins and needles here, guys. Like, any other guesses? Anybody think it won't be Bryce Young? And who do you think it will be if it's not? Michael Scarlett says, I saw that Will Levis puts mayonnaise in his coffee. Yeah. I mean, I think that might be one of those things. I don't think he denied it, but who cares? I think that the people who care the most and are making the biggest deal about it have a reason, right? the reason I think a lot of those stories kind of get out and especially get promoted the way they do is because somebody wants it to. They go, that guy's weird because they're kind of hoping he slides. So that could kind of be some PR teams of the NFL teams kind of pulling some strings in the background. Shady stuff happens every draft. Not that it's exactly shady to mention public knowledge that a guy likes mayonnaise in his coffee, but it's weird that that had so much run for so long and other weird stuff that just nobody really cares too much about when it comes down to like, can that guy play football? Well, we'll see. I'm not sure the mayonnaise thing is going to factor into his NFL career. He did say that on an interview on CBS. Yep. Let's see. Will Anderson could go 2 to the Texans. I honestly, I wouldn't hate that. Like, I already said it at the top of this episode, the Houston Texans. I'm kind of excited for them. I'm excited for any Shanahan disciple being a Niners fan man. If you didn't already know, follow me on my socials, guys. You can see those right here. Casey at Niners_fan man. Follow me. We'll be talking NFL all year. And basically, I see this as the launch point. Football is back. We might not be back in totally a weekly capacity on the podcast yet. For those who don't know, we do a weekly podcast for all of the 3 major sports in America that are in season. So right now, we have our NBA episodes going off. We have MLB episodes going off every week, both of those shows. And as we approach football, we will become weekly on football again. It'll happen before you know it, I promise. In the meantime, we'll hit you with some a little bit more sporadically. And this is one of those sporadic wonders. The NFL Draft, the 2023 NFL Draft. The Panthers pick is in. Just got to wait for good old Raj to read off the selection. Yeah. So if the Texans don't take a QB, them taking Anderson at 2 would kind of make me happy because I think D'Amico needs his guys. If you're a defensive coach, you can justify taking the top defensive player in a draft at number 2. I mean, they did it with Nick Bosa, and he is the lifeblood of the Niners defense. So I think in a similar way, D'Amico I would recommend it almost, unless whoever they see as the best quarterback is still there at 2. Then I think you just got to say, hey, man, this was a sign. We got to lock this one in because we've been waiting for one of those new signal callers too. Otherwise, I don't know that you pick a quarterback because you put so much on him. If he fails, you fail by proxy. So give yourself a year. Say, I don't even have my quarterback yet. Keep that job. All right. That's it. Bryce Young first off of the board, you guys. Bryce Young, for all those who thought he could do it. Bryce Young from Alabama, QB from Alabama, first Alabama QB to ever win the Heisman Trophy Award. Born in the same hospital as Kobe Bryant in Pennsylvania. I didn't know that about him, but he is the newest member of the Carolina Panthers, and I think he's going to be a darn good quarterback. We do have Frank Reich there as the new head coach in Carolina. He was Carolina quarterback way back in the day. I think he might have played for a few teams, but that was his main team. I don't know. I don't really remember him as a player or anything like that, but he can't fit his hat over his hair. Little funny moment there if you're watching along. How many of you are watching along while you're listening to me and watching me? And how many of you are just listening to me? I'd be flattered to know you're just listening to me, getting your draft coverage from me, but let me know so that I can reference the screen or not. But yeah, I think this guy's got a really good chance to succeed. Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers, having a successful QB from the NFL who also has groomed other successful QBs in the NFL as a coach, both as a QB coach, I think, or an OC, and as a head coach in the NFL. This guy's got a ton of experience. Kind of the last team he was with, he didn't absolutely kill it in Indy, right? But I think it's a whole reload kind of situation. The Panthers are excited about him. They moved up to number 1 to get him the guy he needs, and I think that's all you can ask for as a fan of a team. So I think I'm going to switch over. Let's see if they updated this yet. Let's see how quick the NFL is at updating their stuff. All right, let's see here. Yep, there we go. So Bryce Young, officially the newest member of the Carolina Panthers, and that means that the Houston Texans are on the clock. Next up afterwards will be Arizona Cardinals, then the Indianapolis Colts, and then the Seattle Seahawks via a trade with Denver. That would be the trade that sent Russell Wilson to Denver pretty early on. Looks like the Seahawks won that trade, but hey, who's to judge? At the pace this draft is going, guys, we'll probably only see the first, 3 to 5 picks as while I'm live here. So we'll just I'll be helping wade you into the rest of the draft. The draft is a lengthy process. Some people think the draft is only 1 day. It's a 3-day process. I'm not going to cover every single day in video or on a podcast. Might send some tweets and might make some Instagram stuff regarding some things from the draft. But this is our main draft thing. It looks like the Texans pick is already in. Probably it'll be a couple of minutes before that gets read off on stage. But hey, we're moving. The pace is picking up. The Texans knew who they wanted. They didn't wait. Pretty much right away, as soon as the Panthers took their pick, it seemed like the Texans pick was in. So we're watching right now some Bryce Young highlights. He's a super mobile guy. For those who don't know, he's mobile. He's smaller than most quarterbacks, meaning he's shorter to some degree, but he's quite a bit lighter too. So there's a little bit of wonder about, can he hold up taking hits from, NFL defensive linemen and linebackers and hard-hitting guys like that. I think you can't really project those things. I think you got to believe in the talent that you see, and this kid clearly has talent. I think the most talented guy at quarterback in the draft. So I think they made the smart move here. What do you guys think of the pick? Oh, let's check. I didn't follow up on the... Wow. So the poll went a different way with it. Looks like the poll, I'm going to end that poll now. We had 11 votes in our poll here live on our show. Thank you guys for participating in the show. 50% of you actually thought that CJ Stroud would go first. That was the other guy who got most of the talk. 30% of you thought it would be Bryce Young. Hey, well done, guys. Well done. Particularly 10% of the people thought that Richardson would go first. He, of course, was the combine warrior, Anthony Richardson, fastest 40-yard dash by a quarterback in NFL history. A few other record-setting things he did at the combine for quarterbacks. Basically, he's a physical freak. If somebody can harness that physicality, that power that he has, a la, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson, even something like that. If there's a coordinator out there and a head coach that can take all his tools and make an actual NFL offense out of that stuff, I mean, he could be scary. He could be scary, you guys. But we'll see if he goes while we're live. The last guy, 10% of you also thought it would be Will Levis. He just got a major boost, actually, in betting odds to go quite a bit higher, actually even at number 2, based off of a Reddit leak, like a Reddit rumor that was supposedly like a leak from somebody who knows something. I don't know that means anything. Reddit seems like a weird place where a lot of stuff gets thrown around that isn't true. But even a broken clock is right twice a day, so you never really know. Personally, I think, we have the second pick in already. If you are watching, that's actually ahead of where I am on the draft, but NFL.com is super fast. I'll wait until I hear it at least. CJ Stroud going number 2 to the Houston Texans. They get their QB. The defensive player talk was all smoke. I'm for it. I think they've obviously done their due diligence. D'Amico Ryans and his staff, they must be high on Stroud. I think he's definitely an NFL caliber quarterback. For quite a while in this offseason, he was projected to go number 1. He was supposed to be the number 1 guy. So to get him here, you got to feel good about it. They don't really have a situation where you should have somebody sitting behind, or have him sitting behind somebody, unless they picked up somebody that I'm not aware of. But I imagine you'll see CJ Stroud start immediately. Even Bryce Young, probably. would be my guess. He'll start. Let's look at who they have. So yeah, they only have Davis Mills and Case Keenum and EJ Perry. Watch out for him. Davis Mills was the starter last year. He's a young guy. He played fine. Not really good enough to turn around a struggling franchise, though. Case Keenum, a veteran in the league, a great backup option, has started here and there across his time in the league, but not really an NFL caliber starter. I imagine that Case Keenum will be kind of the veteran leader. Davis Mills will be more of like the real backup, or he'll get moved maybe. And CJ Stroud will be the starter for the Houston Texans. Looking really quick after we get one more pick in, we'll do a wheel spin, guys. Let's look really quick at the Panthers QB depth just to make sure they haven't. I mean, I am pretty sure they drafted their guy number 1 overall to play. They have Andy Dalton. So again, Andy Dalton and Matt Corral. Corral, another young guy, again, similar to, he hasn't had a lot of playing time, but he's similar to Davis Mills, where people don't see him as good enough to really be like the QB of the future. But he's a young guy. He could grow into a really solid player, maybe a starter. Definitely could be a career backup. We haven't seen a lot of them, but they also have Andy Dalton and Jacob Eason. But Andy Dalton is that veteran there who's going to lead that QB room from the back. He's not going to start, I wouldn't think, with Bryce Young on the team, but maybe he starts for like a week or two to let Bryce Young kind of figure it out. I don't know. If I were those guys, I'd just throw them in the fire, I think, as long as everything looks good leading up to that in preseason and what you see in practice. So that's where we are. The Cardinals are on the clock now. The pick is not in yet. I'm going to start adding names to our wheel for our wheel spin so that we can give away one of these $25 gift cards to the NFL shop. Again, make sure you like the video. For every 10 likes on the video, we are going to do a wheel spin and give somebody a $25 gift card to the NFL shop. So make sure you like the video, share this with some of your friends, make sure they come in, they like the video, and also make sure you jump in the chat some kind of message so that I know to add you to the wheel. Otherwise, it's impossible for you to actually win anything on this stream. So jump in the chat, like the video. We're already at 22 likes, so we'll be doing at least 2 wheel spins. We'll just do one right now, and I am currently working on that. Cardinals still on the clock. Pick is not in yet. And I'll just talk to you guys while I'm working on this wheel. So we got Dennis was the first guy in here with the draft A baby message. So Dennis is on the wheel. Also, I forgot to mention, if you look in the video description, the description has a link in it to Playback. Playback is a platform, if you don't know, it's a super cool platform where we can watch live sports together. We can watch, right now we can watch basketball games, baseball games together on the same screen. Like those will actually be on the screen. There's not the same copyright issues that there are with YouTube. So you'll see the regular broadcast that you would see watching your favorite team play on TV. And then you'll see me and my other co-hosts in like little bubbles along the way. You have complete control over how loud we are versus the game, how big we are on the screen, move us completely off the screen. There's a chat feature with all of us. It's a really cool time. Just last night, we had about 15 people in over at Playback, which just makes it, I will say this, 15 people in Playback, it is cooler than the same thing on YouTube where it'd be 15 people there. Just because, like I said, we can watch it all together. Everybody's synced up. We're on different speeds of streams. So everything's all synced up. It makes for a really cool, like, watch party type of environment. Michael S. is on the wheel. He was here early, too. Who else was here early? Andrew Romero, funny guy. Andrew Romero, for anybody who doesn't know, is our all-time winnings leader. He's won about 9 wheel spins in the amount of time that our podcast has existed. So way to go, Andrew, leading the league. Deborah Salinas is on the wheel. Deborah with the Go Lions. Catherine Clemens with the Let's Go Seahawks message gets on the wheel. Good to have you, ladies. Hopefully your teams get the player you want. We might see the Seahawks. I imagine we will see the Seahawks pick while we're live here. So good for you, Catherine. Hopefully we'll get your opinion on whether or not they picked the right person. William Morris is on the wheel. William, good to have you, friend. Good to have you. Guys, I'd love to know if this is any of your first time with us on a stream, on a podcast recording, or have you been here before? Okay, so William made it onto the wheel. We got Deb. Deb's a regular. How's it going, Deb? Good to see you. Deb's on the wheel. Gwendolyn. I am definitely going to shorten that to Gwen. What a beautiful name. But Gwendolyn Thomas, the Go Titans message, she makes it onto the wheel. All right. Who else needs to be added here? We have Victor Suggs. Victor Suggs making it on to the wheel. If you go to Playback, by the way, I don't think I've finished that plug. If you go to Playback and you do sign up and you do drop something in our chat over there, which if somebody else is over there right now, which, yeah, there are people over there right now. Sorry, guys. I've been busy. I've been ignoring you. I'm going to go look over there in a second. But if you go over there, I'm going to give you an extra spot on the wheel. So you double your odds of winning any and all the gift cards we'll give away. So a pretty sweet deal. So make sure that you do that. If you do have an account already, just go over there and log in and drop something in there. You can watch over there. It makes for a pretty cool experience. That's kind of our, like, if you know crowd, the VIP section. So you'll see our diehards. They have their own kind of conversation going on over there usually. So I'll be looking over there in just a moment, y'all. But if you want to get double the odds to win the gift cards we'll be giving away today, head on over there. Victor Suggs is on the wheel. William Morris, I already added you. Andrew, Michael, William, Deb, William, Peggy, a new person. Bills need a wide receiver. Well, I mean, they do have one of the best wide receivers in the game, but why not add to that? Why not add to that? Another major storyline today is D-Hop, DeAndre Hopkins, Nuke Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the league when healthy. Is he going to get moved today? Is he going to wind up somewhere? Maybe he winds up with the Bills. I know it's one of the teams that he's been rumored to. I think most of the smoke about D-Hop has been him going to the Ravens to meet up with OBJ and Lamar Jackson, who just signed as the highest paid player in NFL history. The third pick is in. The Texans are going to take Will Anderson Jr. So the Texans trade up to pick back-to-back. I was talking too much to even realize they traded up. I was working on the wheel. You guys appreciate it because you want to win gift cards, which we're about to do in a second, as soon as I finish making this wheel. But the Texans go back-to-back. They do what I hoped they would do anyway and take Will Anderson. So they did like their guy in C.J. Stroud. That was real, but they also loved Will Anderson. They basically just got an offensive and defensive captain that they'll have on lock for at least 4 years, probably 5 years. They pick up their fifth-year option on a pretty nicely price-controlled contract. Those rookie contracts, they make more than they used to in some ways, but they don't make nearly as much as a player of their caliber does on a second or third contract in the league. So the Texans, I'm going to go ahead and say arrow straight up on them right now. I love what they've done so far. They sacrificed some picks. I don't know what they had to do to get up to 3 there, but it doesn't matter. I think when you get 2 guys of that caliber, the draft is a success already. So they're going to get some other bodies. I don't know what other picks they'll still have in this draft, but I imagine they'll still get some other solid players, and they'll also have some depth guys. And don't forget about after the draft, there's free agency period to sign these undrafted guys. So, yeah, we're looking at Will Anderson out of Alabama here. He's a wrecking crew. He's one-man wrecking crew. He makes it a nightmare for any quarterback. I can't imagine any other outcome than he has the exact same sort of experience in the pros. He's going to be a one-man wrecking crew in the NFL as well. Just give him a season maybe to adapt. But this man, he's going to be important to the squad. All right, moving back to the wheel here. Let's see. We got Peggy on there. We have everybody else here moving through. Just looking for new names. I'll try to catch up with all these messages in a sec, guys. I get a little bit behind. Looks like I made my... Oh, we got Adam. Almost missed you, Adam. Almost missed you, man. I got you, bro. He says he needed to be out of the wheel. I got you. All right, now I'm heading over to Playback, and I'm going to add all the people who get an extra one. So if you haven't already been over there, make sure you head over there because, I mean, that's the way we do things here. We reward our people who join our VIP type of stuff. And right now, Playback is about as VIP as it gets on our show. So all of our Playback VIPs, Michael, knew you'd be there. Knew you'd be there, man. Michael's there. Deb is there. Romy, that'd be Andrew. Andrew is there. Let's see, and I have to imagine Adam is here. Adam is there. I just had to scroll down a little. And that's looking like that's most of the people on our wheel. Yep, I got you, Deb. Awesome. So we gave away all of our doubles. I'm going to check the YouTube chat one more time. All right, I'm going to do our first wheel spin. If you have not chatted in, you are not on the wheel. So make sure you do. Also, make sure you hit a like on the video. Please like this video. Hit that big thumbs up button down below because every 10 likes on the video, we're going to do another one of these spins. So if you want to win something today, you better like it. And you better jump in the chat and chat something. Otherwise, you're not even going to be on the wheel. So how could you possibly win? All right, let's scroll this down a little bit. The pick is in, by the way, for the fourth pick of Indy. The Colts know who they want. Still two of the highly touted quarterbacks on the board. They're likely to go quarterback here. And the Seahawks are on the clock. We'll see that pick in just a second. First up, let's do our wheel spin. I said I would do it after the third pick, and that's what I aim to do here. So let's pull this guy up. I'll hold this up on the screen for just a moment, and you guys can tell me if I left you off the wheel. Here, I'll give you the full screen of the wheel. You guys tell me, did I miss you? If you're not on the wheel and you want to be on the wheel, jump in the chat. Make sure you like the video. I'm going to check the likes on the video right now. Looks like we're at 23 likes, so we'll definitely be doing at least one more wheel spin after this. If we get 7 more likes, we'll be doing a third wheel spin. So stick around. All right, so for the first spin of the night, $25 at the NFL shop goes to... I'm going to get back up here just so I can be on screen. I'm just a narcissist like that. All right. First wheel spin of the night, $25 to the NFL shop goes to our lucky first winner of the day in... You guys can't see. Victor. Victor, my man. I believe you are the one who asked if you could win tonight. Your wish is granted. $25 gift card to the NFL shop is going to you, my friend Victor. Very important. You listen to these messages. The way you claim your prize is you have to email us. triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com is the email address you need to send a message to. triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. Tell us there that you won the first wheel spin on the NFL Draft live stream video. And then we will send you back to that same email an e-gift card worth $25. You don't need to give us your physical address. We're not mailing anything to you. We are simply emailing you an e-gift card that is basically a coupon code, as far as I understand, that will save you $25 on a purchase at the NFL shop. So congrats, Victor. Let's look back at the draft. The pick is in, and wow, the Colts went a different way than I expected them to. Let me pull this up for those who might only be listening here. The Colts go with a quarterback like we thought, but not the guy I thought they would take. I thought they might go Levis here. They go Anthony Richardson. They want the physicality. They want the athletic freak. They want an offense that looks like a Jalen Hurts-led offense or a Lamar Jackson-led offense more than likely. I'm not saying this guy can't throw. He's probably not on the same level as a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young in that department at this point in his career. But this guy is leaps and bounds ahead of them as far as physicality and running. So we're going to see some fun stuff out of Indy in this next coming year because they already have Jonathan Taylor, arguably the most talented running back in the NFL. So that O-line is going to continue to just beef up more than likely and be a very heavy running line, a run blocking line, which is different technique than pass blocking. So it does matter what your scheme is and the personnel you choose to put on your line. They're going to need a lot of run blockers because they're obviously going to run a lot with Taylor already. And when Richardson gets out of the pocket, he's going to need linemen who know how to just pancake people and get them out of the way. And it wouldn't help or wouldn't hurt if they kind of look at some O linemen who have some speed of their own, because the downside to a guy as fast as Richardson is he can outrun his blockers. So we'll see how this pick turns out for them. We're already in the section where, from pick number 1 on, we're in the section where nothing is guaranteed. But even already, we're slipping into the area where what most people consider the locks are gone. I think these 3, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson, those were the 3 I thought would go off the board first. And the consensus of the NFL community is that those 3 are the closest things you have to locks in this draft. So seeing Richardson go here is a little bit more of like you're betting on the guy's talent, you're betting on the future, you're betting on your team, your coaching, developing this guy in the right way. Not necessarily that he's like the end all be all right now. I see this more as like, watch out for these guys in maybe like one more season. Probably going to take a year to put this all together. Same way that Jalen Hurts did after his first year in the league. People were wondering if he could even retain the starting role. There's a lot of talk in the offseason about whether or not he'd be replaced. Even Eagles fans, I know nobody wants to talk about it now, but Eagles fans, plenty of them, not all of them, but plenty of them were clamoring for a more talented guy. And now nobody who's an Eagles fan is clamoring for a more talented quarterback. They think they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and so do I, quite frankly. Do I think that Jalen Hurts will have every year be similar to how he played last year, be an MVP candidate? No. I think we're probably more than likely going to see something more similar to like Lamar Jackson, where like teams do sort of start to figure you out. You are going to sustain some injuries, moving around as much, but all in all, I think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, undeniably, and he'll probably have a great career. Maybe we see the same out of Anthony Richardson here. That's the Colts pick. Seahawks are on the clock at pick number 5. Who do you guys think the Seahawks are going to take here? Any guesses in the chat? Who was our Seahawks fan earlier? Are you still here? Who are you? And are you still here? Was it Deborah? No, it wasn't Deborah, was it? No. Who am I looking for? It was... Who was this? Who are you? It wasn't Gwendolyn. It was Catherine. Catherine Clemens. Catherine, are you still here? Are you still here, Catherine? I want to know who you think they would take, or anybody else, really. Victor, we don't have a video reference number exactly. Hey, Catherine is here. Catherine, I want to know who you think the Seahawks might take, or if you know at all, or even a position maybe. What do you think they need on the squad? According to NFL.com, it says they need defensive line, wide receiver, and offensive line. That offensive line thing has been pretty true ever since Russ was drafted by them. And they have made their line a little bit better since Russ left, but still could definitely improve in that area. Wide receiver, sure, they could use somebody to supplement DK and Tyler Lockett, a third target. Tyler Lockett won't be there forever. DK might not even be there forever. And a defensive lineman, arguably the most important position group in the NFL besides quarterback. So, yeah, that makes sense. So, pretty general needs here for the Seahawks. Catherine, I'd love to hear from you as a Seahawks fan who you think they need. Victor says, I won, everyone won. Everyone I won. Cool. Yes, Victor, you are the winner. No video reference number. You can just say, actually, there is a video reference number. I didn't put that in the title of the video. I believe this is episode 60, if I'm not mistaken. Believe this one is episode 60. Let me double check for you here. Yes, episode 60. So you could say episode 60 or today's date, 4/27. That's Megan over at Triple Cross Podcast, triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. You can say, hey, Megan, I won the first wheel spin on the NFL draft episode number 60. And she will hook you up with everything you need. So Victor's excited. I want to know who else is excited. And I'm still, Catherine wants to see a wide receiver. So keep that strong wide receiver room strong. I like it. You have very distinct role players in DK. He's that outside field stretcher / possession in a way kind of guy. Just big and kind of big body, everybody. Tyler Lockett, exactly the opposite. More of a slot guy. Definitely a deep threat, but shiftier, smaller, can't exactly high point the ball. They could use somebody who's a little bit more versatile, maybe, or just filling in another role, just so those guys can kind of work on their craft and be more secure in like a single role on the team. So I like that too. Yeah, maybe they'll go receiver. The Seahawks pick is in right now. The Lions are on the clock, but we have not had the Seahawks pick revealed as we're at commercial on the draft right now. So stick around. We will do at least one more wheel spin. I'm going to check the likes on the video. It looks like we're still in that 2 range. So we'll do at least one more one more spin on this episode. So stick around. Make sure you chat in so you get added to the wheel and like the video. We might get to the point where we do a 3rd spin. We have to hit 30 likes before I decide to end our live here. And if we do, then we'll do a 3rd wheel spin. So let's see here. Still at commercial there. Let's catch up with the chat. Michael Scarlett says Jalen Carter, defensive tackle from Georgia. Is that who you think is going to go to the Seahawks or the Lions there, Michael? Adam says, yay, Victor. Congrats for Victor. Snap, 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 snap. Seahawks need a wide receiver for sure, says Adam. So, yeah, Catherine, your take is well received here. Wide receiver would be good. Needs longevity to plan for these guys being gone soon. Yeah, I agree. I mean, DK has a steady amount of years ahead of him. Whether that's with the Seahawks, we don't know. Seahawks or another team, we just have no idea. But he's going to have a lot of years. If the Seahawks don't sign him, they'll need somebody to outright replace him. And Tyler Lockett's been around for a while. So he looks to me like he's not showing too many signs of slowing down with age. But still, he's not showing too many signs of aging. But he's of a certain age. He'll have to be replaced at some point too. So let's see. Let me check over on our other platforms here on Playback. Interesting. What happened there? But all right. Pick is in, and Goodell is about to read it off. I won't spoil it, even though it's up on the screen right now. Don't look if you don't want to know. And there it was. The pick is Devin Witherspoon, cornerback from Illinois. He'll be the newest member of the Seattle Seahawks. Maybe a bit surprising. Not one of their 3 major needs listed on NFL. Not a position that anybody said in the chat here. So I guess we can call that the first surprise of the draft, really. Even though I thought Anthony Richardson at 4 was a bit of a surprise as well. So let's see here. We got some other messages in the chat. Now, William says, O'Connell, QB from Purdue. Okay, he's rooting for guys. So he wants to see his guy, O'Connell, get drafted. Love that. Carter to the Seahawks is my prediction. Well, Michael, unfortunately, I got my prediction wrong too. So we've all been there. Adam says, I think DK will end up being gone. I don't agree with that, but I can see it. DK is a pretty polarizing figure. You either kind of all in or you're not in. So we'll see what happens with him. You never really know. But yeah, we don't know what'll happen with DK. But Witherspoon, I mean, we're looking at some highlights right now on the screen. Witherspoon looks like he's a threat off the edge. Looks like he's a decently big hitter. I don't know a ton about Witherspoon, but being the first corner off the board, I guarantee he has good coverage skills. He can track the ball in the air. We're watching highlights here where he's not playing the receiver. He's playing the ball. He's a ball hawk type of guy. He's going to look for the ball in the air, try to create turnovers as opposed to just pass deflections. And he looks like he's a monster tackler. He's going to be great in run support for the Seahawks. This looks to me, just watching this guy play on his highlights here, this looks like the most Seahawks pick ever. He looks like Jamal Adams a ton, blitzing from the secondary. So that'll fit really well with the scheme that they've kind of adopted since that Legion of Boom. They kind of have a new look. defensive secondary, and this guy fits into that really well. So, I mean, good pick by the Seahawks. Not my favorite team, but I don't mind them getting a little bit better because I want my Niners to beat the best version of every team in their division. So good on you, Seahawks. Looks like a good player you grabbed here. And that's going to leave some interesting choices. This is where we get a lot of interesting stuff happening because we've already had a couple of surprises. No draft boards, probably even of the NFL GMs, are looking exactly how they thought it would at this point. So we could see some trade ups, we could see some trade downs. Yeah. Yeah, if we didn't say it in the chat, then Seattle clearly got it wrong. That'd be that is a good take, I'd say there. We know what's best for the NFL teams here at Triple Cross. Obviously, much better than they know. So, all right. So that means we're gonna have the Lions picking next. They are currently on the clock with 4 minutes left to go. Following the Lions will be the Raiders and the Falcons, then the Bears and the Eagles to round out the top 10. Those last two being teams that traded up to get into the top 10. The Bears traded with Carolina. That's how Carolina got the first pick. So a little first round pick swap there. The Bears decided to move back to 9, probably because they don't need a quarterback. They have Justin Fields secured. So they say, we'll go back to 9. We'll take the best player available there and get somebody all in all better for our team. And we'll get some other draft capital that we won't see today because it won't be in the first 10 picks. Looks like we'll probably get a couple more picks in on this stream. But yeah, there's likely to be some trades here too, because we've seen one trade so far. But in recent years, in my opinion, we're seeing an increased amount of trading on draft day in the top 10, in the early part of the first round. So I bet we're going to see at least one more trade here in the next few picks. I don't know who it'll be, but maybe somebody will look to jump above, these other teams that kind of moved around. Maybe somebody wants to get in above the Falcons or the Raiders, who both have been rumored to need a quarterback. The Cardinals, not exactly rumored to need a quarterback, so maybe they're listening to offers right now for their pick. Oh, wait, that means there was a trade. Did I miss a trade here that just happened? We must have, yeah. Right, so we're at the 6th pick here. Cardinals are on the clock. Anybody have a prediction about who the Cardinals will take? I would love to hear it. I'm going to pull up another screen here so we can kind of look at some of the better prospects still available. So looking at just these are, it's hard to explain if you don't watch the draft stuff a lot. These guys are the most highly rated prospects according to just one thing. These are the most highly rated guys, kind of not factoring in positional needs. So we did see Will Anderson go already. So the number one prospect is off the board. Bijan Robinson still available. Pretty hands down, considered the best running back in the draft. Jalen Carter, still available as well. He has not been taken yet. So you got another solid piece that a team who needs some interior D-line help could swoop in and grab. Bryce Young was taken. Then we have another corner down here, Christian Gonzalez. So let's look and see where there's Devin Witherspoon. So on this list, Devin Witherspoon was listed as the second highly rated cornerback. And he was number 8 overall ranked on this site. So according to them, the Seahawks reached a little bit, but it's not like the Seahawks get to pick at number 8. So you have to get your guy when you have the chance. And if you're afraid at all that somebody in near your area in the draft order will take your guy, well, then you can't even trade down and try to get more picks and still get him because you'll probably miss out on him if you have that fear. So according to this, we have 2 running backs still super highly rated, Jahmyr Gibbs being the second one behind Bijan Robinson. We could see one of those guys go in the next few picks. We're hitting the territory now where a team in need of a running back could take one. Jalen Carter, I imagine, will go very quickly here, probably before either of the running backs. That's a position that most teams in the NFL hold in really high regard. You kind of build out from the trenches. Very important you have a solid O-line and D-line. Defensive guys of the linemen, they typically get the higher rating and the higher projection when it comes to draft picks. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Jalen Carter go even as early as now. Pick is in for the Cardinals. Let's see where they went. And back over here looking at our draft board. The Cardinals, the Redbirds, one of the teams that has been in the most turmoil in recent seasons, definitely in their division in recent years. They take some offensive help, protecting Kyler, protecting him from the scary edge rushers that the NFL has to offer. They pick up Paris Johnson Jr. That's going to be huge for them. Looking at some of this guy's tape, he's going to be able to do it all, honestly. A team like the Cardinals with a guy like Kyler, you're going to need linemen who can adapt. You're going to need linemen like when we talked about Anthony Richardson. With a guy as mobile as Kyler, you do need some pass blocking because they do pass a lot. They run a lot of plays. They have a high pace of play in Arizona, so they run a lot of plays and they pass a lot. That air raid system is what they've used for the last few years. Kyler likes to run the ball, though. So on a moment's notice, just on any old whim, he could just flip a switch in his head and decide, hey, I'm going over this way. And you're going to need a guy who's a real athlete at the edge of your line to be able to help push that edge out and give him a running lane if he's running off tackle, even if he's running inside. People underestimate how important outside linemen are on every single play in the NFL. One of the premier positions. I mean, you could say quarterbacks are worth more in general. You could say that interior or edge rushers are worth more, perhaps. Then probably next up is the offensive tackle position because that's who defends the edge rushers. So probably a top 3 premium position. And I would say just all around, probably a smart draft pick, honestly. I will almost never scoff at a team drafting an O lineman, even with a high pick, because it's not sexy. Fans don't always love to see it, but good offensive line play, second maybe to quarterbacks as far as what translates to team wins in the NFL. Good quarterback play helps a ton, but they can't do it all on their own. Nobody can do it all on their own. But when it comes to position groups, you got quarterbacks, you got those edge rushers, and you got the offensive linemen, particularly the outside linemen, the offensive tackles. Good pick by the Cardinals, if I have to say it. I don't love to see both Seattle and the Cardinals getting picks this high and players of this magnitude. But I'm not afraid being the Niners fan, man. I think the Niners are going to dominate their division this year coming up. And maybe these teams are maybe their draft thoughts are sculpted a little bit by the way the Niners look, because the Niners were able to mostly reload. They were a scary team last year. They reloaded quite a bit. They spent up on Jason Hargrave, the best interior defensive lineman on the market in free agency. So they took the best defense in football and made it even better. That's terrifying. So it makes sense that these teams are beefing up on defense too. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to be able to score maybe 2 touchdowns in a game against the Niners. And they think, how are we ever going to stop the Niners offense from scoring that much? Maybe that's why Devin Witherspoon was the pick there. And maybe Nick Bosa was the reason that the Cardinals took Paris Johnson Jr. I don't know. Maybe I just turn every take into a pseudo Niners take. I don't know. But you're here for it, guys. Let's check the likes on the video. Looks like we're at 24 likes. If you're new here, make sure you hit a like on this video. Every 10 likes, we will give away $25 to the NFL shop. We do it via a Wheel of Fortune style wheel spin where I add all the names of people who are chatting in our live chat right now. So make sure you jump in the chat. Make sure you like the video. If you want an extra shot to win, if you want to double your odds, head on over to the link in the description, Playback TV. You can go to our channel on Playback TV. If you have an account there already, just jump in there. You can watch from there. You can watch the same thing as streaming there. And you can chat with our diehards there, our VIP people in our community. And you'll get double the chances to win a gift card tonight. So jump on over there. Like the video because we still need about 5-6 more to get a third wheel spin tonight. So we'll see if we get there. Raiders are on the clock now. And we do have somebody who is ready to jump in with me here. It's none other than my guy, John. John, you are here. You are Triple Cross John on IG. You are a football fan. You're an overall sports fan. We had a great NBA video live stream that we did last night. And today's football. John, what are your thoughts about this draft so far? And how you doing, buddy? Oh, John can't hear me, he says. Okay. Good times. Good. I'm going to send you backstage then, sir, until we figure that out. Okay. Well, John is figuring that out. Maybe a little premature there on bringing him up. So we will just look back over here. So the trade, the Cardinals. Okay. So the Texans to move up to the third overall pick. They just went off the screen, so I cannot report on that right now. But we did get details on the trade between the Texans and the Cardinals. I can look for that somewhere else, maybe. All right, we'll try to see what it cost them to get to the third overall pick. Okay, the Cardinals traded the third overall pick to the Texans and took the 12th pick instead. So the Cardinals are at 12 now. And the team will get the 12th pick and the 33rd pick in this draft. So the 33rd pick will be the first pick of the second round. And the Cardinals also netted a first and a third rounder in 2024. So next year's draft, the Cardinals are going to have an extra first round pick and an extra third round pick. Wherever the Texans finish this year will determine what value those picks have, where they pick within those rounds. So, and on the other side, the Texans will get that. They already got that third overall pick. That's how they got Will Anderson, the edge player, to be the new captain of their defense, I'm sure. They also grabbed the 105 pick this year from the Cardinals. So they have that. Yeah. John, how we doing backstage there, man? You good news, bad news? Anything for me? Thumb up, thumb down, maybe? Thumb up. He gave me the thumb up, guys. All right. Didn't work out the first time, but we're going to try this one more time again. My guy, John the Mon, Johnny Damani, Triple Cross John on IG. John, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. My audio weird?
It is weird. Yes.
Something's wrong with my mic. Like the audio is. Take 3.
It actually is sounding okay. Well, it sounded okay there. Just kind of
right.
one time.
It's good. It's all right.
Nope, never mind. Get out of here. That was bad. I don't know. There sounds like an echo maybe for you or something there. I don't know what's going on. Oh boy. Okay, so let's look over at what's going on the draft now. Oh, we got a pick in. Yep, we do. Raiders take edge player Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech. Another edge guy. So you can see I'm not a liar. A lot of positional value type of stuff going on here. We have a quarterback, an edge player, another edge player. We have an offensive tackle. We had a third quarterback. The only player drafted so far that isn't considered a premium position player. And I will say the winds of change are kind of making it more of a premier position player, but it's Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois, the cornerback, not to be mistaken with quarterback. the thrower of the football. This guy is a defender of receivers, Devin Witherspoon, who was taken at 5 overall. So a corner snuck. I don't know what he did. Past tense of sneak into the top 5 in this year's NFL draft. Otherwise, it's been all premium positions, all edge players, tackles, and quarterbacks. So not a lot of surprises when it comes to positions that are being taken here. We've seen some trades, though. So in that way, stuff has been shaken up. You're seeing, if you could look within all the war rooms of the NFL GMs right now, you would see they are reeling. Any amount of changes that happen are going to throw off plans that they have, but they've got plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way down through Z, maybe to double A, double B again. You never know. So I think that most teams are probably kind of shifting to like plan B already. Plan A, that perfect plan that they hoped would happen, probably not going to come to fruition, but they knew that more than likely ahead of time. So hopefully their second best plans will come to fruition. Let's do this. Third try. Otherwise, strike 3. We're out, John. John, can you hear me? First of all,
I can hear you.
You can hear me, and I can hear you, and you sound fine.
My audio quality isn't as good. My home mic, I have learned, is just broken fully. So that's just a bummer.
That is a bummer, but it is good to have you here.
I'm in the headphone mic. I'm old school. You remember these things? Remember these things from like, you know, 2,
well,
3,
why do your
4 years
AirPods have like stuff dangling from them? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with my AirPods? I got.
Yeah,
I like to tie strings to them so I don't lose them.
There you go. There you go, man.
Tie them around my waist.
So yeah, John. Let's see here. So we got to catch you up. Have you been paying attention to what's going on at all? I guess is my first question.
I was for the first 3 picks, I was still working, and then I have been watching since then.
Okay.
It seems like the NFL draft's in shambles at this point.
You know? I mean, it's more or less.
Shut it down. We'll try it again next year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, Bryce Young off the board first, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., Anthony Richardson. Not a ton of surprises when it comes to the top 4.
Yeah.
The first kind of surprise, Devin Witherspoon here for us, John, and then Paris Johnson, Tyree Wilson. To those teams, the pick is in for the Falcons right now with the Bears on the clock. We have to wait until
Birds. What are they called? What are the Falcons? What's like their nickname? They're like fan endowed.
The Dirty Birds. They call them the Dirty Birds.
Is that you're joking?
That's real. That's the actual name. Yeah.
Like
Hotlanta, man. I mean,
like when
do you think a place like Hotlanta is gonna like scoff at the name the Dirty Birds? They're like, no, that's it.
Yeah, no. So like when
hot and dirty, baby.
Like when you're at a grocery store and you're checking out, and it's like playoff season, not last year, but before that, you know, and you leave the store and someone's like, "Go Hawks!" They say, "Go Dirty Birds." People say "Go Hawks" to you because you're from Washington. I should probably clarify that. They say they don't say birds. They say "Go Dirty Birds." I mean, you don't live in Atlanta.
They might say. I mean, I don't live there, but yeah, that's
they might
how
shorthand
it goes.
But yeah, let's go.
That's it.
Go get them dirty bird. That was my Atlanta accent. It wasn't real. It was real. It was real dirty. It was real dirty.
Yeah. So John, you made it here just in time. I'm gonna have to actually head out of here in just a minute. You're here to relieve me because dumb old me. I didn't give our Playback people a good enough show. I forgot to start the live stream apparently over on Playback. My apologies there. Before I leave, John.
Yeah, give me what you're screen sharing.
Yeah. Sure. I am screen sharing this link. I'll just drop it into here for you. Just for your own sake, John, since you'll have to replicate it. I have it on 250% Zoom. So I can have just this kind of view here. It works nice with the comments.
Like not in the chat where I can actually click it.
That's where I put it. It was in the chat.
You put it in the
I put it in the comments. Well,
yeah.
Wait, where did I put it?
You put it in the show chat, the comments.
My bad, guys. Well, here you go, John.
I can't click it from there.
Accidental contact. All right. What else do you need?
And they're holding out on that pick for a long time. So that, and then
we're at commercial for the drafts right now.
Right.
Yep.
I think that's probably all I know. Oh, you got a wheel? Can you give me a wheel?
I do have the wheel. If you want, I can handle the last wheel, or I can handle the next wheel spin right now.
Okay. How many do we owe?
Just one more right now, but we are at 26 likes. So 4 more likes on the video, y'all. 4 more likes will earn you 1 more wheel spin, meaning we could have 2 more winners of a $25 gift cards to the NFL shop, but we will have at least 1 more. Victor won earlier already, so we're going to have at least 1 more. I can send you the wheel, John, but I don't believe you can edit it, so it won't help that much.
Yeah.
Unless I just do the spin for us. I'm going to check and see if there's any people who need to be added. I do see a Lee J. Richards. Lee
Is this
J,
it? Is it Michael S., Adam T., Dennis M., Samwise 2K? Nope, that's an old one.
No, I mean, can't exactly just read the names off. There are a lot of the same people, but
I
Lee
know,
J.
Samwise 2K was what gave it away. I was reading them in order, though.
Lee J, I just added you to the wheel. New friend. Looks like you chatted in from Twitch. Good to see we've got some Twitch
how'd you find
viewers.
us on Twitch? Was it just like, were you just browsing, or how'd you?
They get put into the same comments.
I know, but like how I was asking like if he saw us in the feed. Like I'm trying to figure out how people find
my
on
fault.
Twitch.
I thought you were asking me.
I don't understand how Twitch works is what I'm saying, because I'm an old person.
I believe another new friend, Benjamin Cuniff.
Benjamin
Kniff from Connecticut.
Ben Kniff. You're really hot on like the Marshall Mathers LP lyrics lately.
Well, I mean,
it's 2 days in a row now.
Ben Kniff, though, literally rhymes with Ken Kniff. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I mean, look, I agree with you.
Man. I mean, I'm going to wait till I hear it just in case somebody's watching and like just listening to us and watching the screen.
But you like this one?
You're
a fan of this one?
The Falcons take
the Dirty Birds.
Bijan Robinson, the running back from Texas, one of the better running back prospects we've seen in recent years. The last one that I think had this much buzz, in my opinion, was like a Saquon Barkley. So maybe the best running back prospect since like Saquon.
Is he good? Is he
CMC, Christian McCaffrey kind of thing. I mean, he at least on par with like a Jonathan Taylor plus maybe kind of prospect.
So not any of like the big name running backs, just like the okay guys.
Yeah, definitely. Going to the Falcons, not exactly the destination I would have hoped for him, but it speaks maybe to what they're trying to do in the future. They've been a running kind of ground and pound team. I kind of thought they might try to like reload on like a quarterback and try to adapt to more of how the NFL looks nowadays, but they're like, nah, man, old school football. We're going to ground and pound. We're going to play good defense. I don't hate it. Good on them. Falcons take Bijan Robinson. Good for them. The Bears are on the clock, and then Philly will round out the top 10. John, I got to jump. What else do you need from me, friend?
I need to know who's on the wheel. Is it?
What's that?
I need to know who's on the wheel. Like,
I got you. I can send you that. I wonder if it will just send super nice to you. Oh, yeah. Look at this, dude. You're going to love this. Oh, that's not how it was formatted before I sent it. It pasted in line by line.
It does that.
That should still be helpful. I think I have everybody. Oh, no, I don't have. Shoot, I'll drop in some other names here to help you out. Oh, harder to copy these
S. Catherine C. Good to see you. William M. That's Casey's burner. Just kidding, Will.
Yeah.
Deb L. One of our regulars. Deb, glad you're here. Gwen T.
I'm going to go ahead and pop
this. New name is Gwen T's a football person.
I hope so. I hope we have a lot of football people. If anybody doesn't know, we do.
Okay.
We do send texts to our lists. I mean, maybe that's how you guys found out about this stream. So we separate our text lists according to sports. So if you got a text today and haven't had one since the Super Bowl, you're on what we call our football text list. So we'll text you every once in a while for football episodes that we think you might like. We won't text you about our basketball episodes or our baseball episodes unless you've given us a reason to think that you would like those, meaning you've like entered a giveaway that we've done for basketball or for baseball. We do have a baseball. No, what do we have going on tomorrow, John? We have a basketball. What is
We're
tomorrow?
gonna do some kind of basketball live stream.
Right, we do have a
live stream
basketball
tomorrow.
show tomorrow. So,
Which I
stay
mean,
tuned.
Yeah. Benjamin C. I think I got it. Is Lee J? Oh, I already have him.
Yep. So the only person I popped them up on the screen here, John, Kim M needs to be added to the wheel. I think that's it. And then I'll check Playback for any new people.
I think
there.
you already have the Playback.
I do have everybody. Playback, the double entries are up to date, so nobody new joined on Playback or anything. But if you guys want an extra spot on this wheel, I'll show you this wheel really quick. If you just joined us or something, this is how we give away our gift cards. We pull up a wheel that looks like this. These are all names of people who chatted into our chat. Every 10 likes on the video, we spin this wheel. If you've chatted in, you get added to this wheel. If you join us on Playback, there's a link in the description. If you want to do that, you'll get a double slot. You can see Adam on here. Adam is on here right there, and he's on here over there because Adam is here and on Playback. So no problem, man. Anyway, John, let's go ahead. We can add this here if you want.
Did you have like a couple zooms going on? What'd you got?
Yeah, I had 250 zoom on it.
Okay.
250 zoom, and that should give you the same view I had. And then I like to drop this guy on here. There. That'll probably give you the best thing. So you just kind of got to scroll to the right spot now. But there you go, man. And and then I also switched to this view for you here.
Nice. Set me up. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Where are you going? Did you tell people where you're going? Is that not public information?
I just got to get out of here, you know me.
All right. You can tell me later.
Yeah. Lee J. Richards, where can I what platform? YouTube is where we're streaming mostly right now.
Well, I mean, if you're on Twitch, you can stay on Twitch because look, he said earlier, you guys were one of the first to come up for the NFL Draft live stream. That's dope.
Heck yeah, dude. I mean, that's what we're here to do. Be the first to do everything, basically. We are the best sports podcast in the world. So stick around, Lee J. You can subscribe to us on any of your podcast platforms as well. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on all those. Those are audio only, though. So if you want to see the video, you either got to be on Twitch. YouTube is where most of our audience is, or on Playback, which is probably the premium viewing experience. You would be prompted to enter in your TV provider details to watch, NBA games with us on that platform. It's a cool platform. Hard to explain if you've never seen it, but the link is in the chat. It's free. If you sign up there and drop in a chat there, and you can watch us from there, you will get double spots on our giveaway wheel, which I just showed. So that is pretty much it. John, I'll have to leave you here, man. The pick is in for the Eagles. Did we miss a pick in all that?
Adam's smoking you in the comments. Casey's got an appointment at the massage parlor. Hey. Robert Kraft suggested he doesn't want to be late. I think he's already late, but hopefully they can reschedule for you. I mean, he doesn't.
I gotta go.
Doesn't have to be a long massage.
Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to pass it on over to John. He's going to do a hell of a job here for you guys. And until next time, I'll see you.
Jalen Carter for the Eagles. Victor, you did not predict it, but I'm just going to pretend you did. Good job, Victor. You predicted it. Woo. Oh, how's everybody doing today? Hit me in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Long day for me, but I'm here. I'm here on our NFL Draft live stream. I'll probably stick with it for maybe another 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know. Maybe how long? I can't do the whole first round. Maybe we'll get to pick number. I don't know I never watched the NFL Draft, so just a little confession there. Tell me how long they're on the clock. That would be good information for me to know. Hey, Mike. Yeah, let me know how long they're on the clock for. That would be helpful. I should ask Casey that before. Mike, my day's going good, man. Thanks for asking.
John, did you see? I dropped you a link to the draft too, in case you weren't watching it.
Yeah, I was actually watching it on Twitter, but
Okay, just making sure. I didn't say that. So, and I think you're You're planning to go for like another like 15 minutes almost or so, right?
Yeah. How
Like
long are they on
13,
the clock
15?
for when they're on the clock?
What's that?
How long are they on the clock for when they're on the clock?
Oh, 10 minutes, I think. But
Mike
they
said
don't.
3 to 5.
No, it's longer than that. Michael's drunk, so
Michael. Yeah. I mean, look, dude, it's late in the day for Mike. It's
yeah, it is.
it's-
That's what he
it's
wishes.
time.
That's probably how long it takes for them usually to make the pick.
Oh, okay. They're usually making the pick in like 5
They
minutes,
don't
but they have 10
waste
minutes.
the whole clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, most of them probably know their first round pick already. All right.
I had to fake you out. Now I'm
Okay,
out of here. I ain't
have a
coming
good
back.
massage. Enjoy it.
All right. Later,
See ya.
guys.
All right. Casey's off to the massage parlor, and I'm here with the real triple crossers. We need a community name. The triple crossers, the crossers. Something about crosser doesn't feel right to me. I don't love it. You know, it's like crosser. Lee J, do you spin the wheel tonight? Yes, we spin the wheel tonight. Casey said we owe 2 wheel spins. Casey, if you can, I see you like just leaving your room right now. Can you hold up like 2 fingers if we owe 2 wheel spins? Do we owe 2 wheel spins? 1 wheel spin, Casey says. Okay. Right. Okay, but we got to get to 30 likes. So if we go to 30 likes on the video, which is currently at 27 likes, 3 more likes, you get an extra wheel spin. And basically what happens is I'm going to pull the wheel up. I'm going to pull my wheel up. We spin this wheel that looks like this. Share this tab instead. Yeah. Spin this wheel that looks like this. And I got to like switch some stuff around, but yeah, looks like that. We spin it. Whoever it lands on gets a $25 gift card to the NFL shop, the Nuffle shop. And yeah, that's how it works. And I don't know, we'll do one. We'll do it at the end, unless we get to 30 likes. Then I'll do one whenever we get to 30 likes, because then we'll still have one more to do at the end. That's how it works, though. Let's get out of here and go back to our draft tab. Driving and streaming at the same time is not advised. Casey says crosses with an A, which should be our community name. Casey, dude, they're going to give your massage slot to someone else. Come on, John. Yeah, he was making fun of me because I didn't hit the right tab. All right. Who are the Bears going to pick? Get your predictions in. We should do a prediction game. How about if you can predict, if somebody predicts a pick correctly, I'll go a little extra. If you predict a pick correctly, I'll give you a $10 gift card to the NFL shop. But I got to put a limit on it, though. Limit is 2. So the first 2 people to predict a pick correctly get a $10 gift card to the NFL shop. So get your predictions in for Dub Bears. Dub Bears are on the clock. All right. So who do we got here? And also let me know in the chat. What teams are you guys fans of? You know, do we got any Panthers fans? Do we got any Texans fans? Do we got any Colts fans? Seahawks fans? I think Catherine's a Seahawks fan. Saw she was in here. Do we have any Cardinals fans, Raiders fans, Falcons fans, Eagles fans? Everybody's an Eagles fan right now. But Lee J. Richards is the first one in with JSN. He thinks the Bears take JSN. If they do, he's going to get a $10 gift card to the NFL shop. That's what we're doing. Prediction game. I don't know. I like up in the ante. I like giving away stuff. Casey probably didn't want to do that because he didn't feel like authorized, but hey, I'll buy it with my own money. Adam says he's a Pats fan and a Seahawks fan. Adam, who you got the Bears taking here? Let me know. Everybody let me know who they got the Bears taking. Lee J, one thing I am curious about is, because you said we were one of the first draft streams on Twitch. Are you a fan of watching creators, like, because you can just watch the draft and like see their commentary and stuff? Are you like a bigger fan of like watching creators watch things and stuff like that? I think Twitch is kind of like one of those platforms where like people are kind of into that more. Victor is a Bears fan and their pick is in, Victor. Who they going to get? Are you going to be happy? Mike says it's right. Mike says it's Darnell right. Hopefully he's not Darnell wrong. Dad jokes. Adam says Brian Branch. The pick is in, though. Only one of you guys can be right. We got JSN. We got Brian Branch. We got Darnell Wright. Hurry up and get it in the chat. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback. Oh, is that who it is already? Did you just spoil it for us? Is that what you did? You just like told us before they said it? Yeah, you did. You did do that. It is Christian Gonzalez. Oh, no, you're changing to Christian Gonzalez. Oh, Mike! Mr. Michael Scarlett dropping the Waj bomb, the football version of the Waj bomb, and just knowing, telepathizing. I don't think there's a present tense of that verb. I don't think it's a verb. That's why. Telepathy isn't a verb. Darnell Wright, Mike, you know the drill, man. triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. It's not part of the normal deal. So you're going to have to tell him, hey, go to 129 or 127 in the video. And John said, if I got the pick right, I could get a $10 NFL Shop gift card. Let Megan know that. She can go look at 1 hour and 27 minutes into the video and confirm that I did indeed say that. Mike, dude, that is, everybody give Mike a hand. Give him the clap emoji. That was impressive, my guy. That was impressive. Lee J, Twitch is the easiest way for me to listen while I'm at work. Oh, I got you. So you just like throw Twitch on in the background at work. But like, so I'm curious, like, is it easier for you to listen in on Twitch at work than it is for you to listen in on like the Twitter live? Oh, everybody get your picks in for the Titans because that pick is in. So everybody get your, sorry, Lee J, I just cut off mid-sentence there. Pick is in for the Titans. So everybody tell me who you think they're going to pick before they reveal it. Ooh, we got it. Lee J, Titans, JSN. Just keep picking JSN until you get it right. That's a great strategy. Don't move off of it. It's like when you're playing rock, paper, scissors, and you just keep going rock. You're like, eventually you're going to choose scissors, bro. And I'm going to be there when you do. And then you just lose a bunch of times. Wash hands. That's probably a clap emoji. That's a clap emoji for Mike. Dude, Mike, that was just next level. Mike, who do you got? Who do the Titans get? Twitch can play my screen closed, eats less battery. I got you. That makes a lot of sense, actually. What do you do for work, Lee J? I mean, you don't have to tell us, like, if you don't want to like share stuff about your life. Adam, you got Musgrave to the Titans. What time in the video should I say, Mike? Say it was around an hour 25. Just tell her that. It was like around an hour 25, maybe a little after, then she can go look. Mike says Will Levis to the Titans or Will Levi's, depending on how, I mean, if you're like really into jeans, you might read that Will Levi's. Warehouse job, picking orders. That's dope, dude. I actually work for, well, I don't work for them, but I consult with them. I'm a fractional CMO for a company that sells like physical products. It's an e-commerce company. Warehouse guy. The warehouse dudes are my favorite dudes to hang out with. We all play ball together and stuff like that. Darnell Wright? No, that's not it. Who's it going to be? Jones, wide receiver, Purdue is your pick, William. That's who you think the Titans are going with. Jones from Purdue, or maybe that was one of your old ones. William might be a little bit behind. You might be a little behind in the stream. You're going to have to tell me when you get to this point if you're behind in the stream and you really thought that was for the Bears. Congrats to me and Michael. Victor, not letting us forget that he won the last NFL gift card wheel spin. Victor, never letting us forget it. I like it, dude. I like it. Mike, dude, I'm still reeling from that. Do people, by the way, I call you Mike all the time, Michael. Do people call you Mike? Is that okay? Can I call you Mike? Michael is like just too much work, I can't do it. I need those one-syllable names. Mel's best available. So Will Levis. Will Levis is the number one pick for Mel, who is, I guess, one of the commentators. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback from Oregon. Peter Skoronsky from Northwestern. Nolan Smith from Georgia. Zay Flowers from Boston College. Adam, I know you're a Boston guy. How's my Boston accent? You got Zay Flowers from Boston College. Getting a bottle of water. Give him a bottle of water so he can stay hydrated. Family calls me Mikey. Okay. What do like people out in the world call you, like your friends and stuff? Mike or Michael? Mikey. I can call you Mikey. I can do that. Comes off the tongue. Mikey. All right, I got it. From now on, you're Mikey. Horrible, really? Like it was really stereotypical, but like, do you know anyone who actually talks like that? That's the better question. Adam says my Boston accent is not good. I've lived all these years thinking that it's good. He just says that he's wrong. How is my Midwest accent though? The Bears chose Darnell right. Oh yeah. That was too Midwest for Chicago. That was not Chicago. That was like Northern Midwest. That was North Dakota. Oh yeah, North Dakota. Mike and Scarlett. Okay, so you're good with Mike. Cool. I'm saying Jones, wide receiver from Purdue, is going to Tennessee. Okay, so you're up enough on the stream to know that you are supposed to be telling us who you think Tennessee is going to pick. Everybody, let us know. They all do in Southie. Okay, so I sound like someone from Southie. That's great. So my Boston accent isn't bad. It's just Southie, which is probably how everyone who doesn't actually have a Boston accent probably does that same thing. Like they sound like they're from Southie when they try to do a Boston accent because they over exaggerate it. I'm guessing. No, so Adam actually says my Southie accent isn't even good. So do I need to lean into it harder and go even like more Southie, or do I need to pull back a little bit? I guess. All right. Well, who did you pick, Titans? Come on. Oh, did somebody get it? I won't reveal it until it's on the board, but did somebody get it in our lean in harder on the Southie accent? Okay, I got it. Note taken. It's still not on the board, but yeah, okay, so Adam, you said Brian Branch. Michael said right. Neither of you guys got it. Lee J, who did you had? Oh, you had JSN. And so Lee J had JSN. Adam had Musgrave. Mike said Will Levi's. I'm just calling him Will Levi's now. In the heir to the Levi's empire. He's I don't know if you guys knew this, but he's part of the Levi's empire. Jones from Purdue. I don't think anybody got that pick right. It was Peter Skoronsky. That's a good Northern European last name right there. Peter Skoronsky. I mean, I'm sure he's like multiple generation American. I'm just saying that's the root for sure. So nobody got that one. No $10 gift cards on that pick. But if you were here a couple minutes ago, Michael picking Darnell Wright. He knew the Bears were picking Darnell Wright. He called it, and he won a $10 NFL shop gift card because that's how I do things. I give away $10 NFL shop gift cards if they get them right. William, it was Skoronsky from Northwestern. What do y'all think about that pick? A little tackle, a weak side tackle, protecting that quarterback's backside. What do you guys think of that pick? All right, get your picks in for the Lions. Tell me who you think the Detroit Lions. I can't do a Detroit accent. I don't know if they have one actually. The Detroit Lions. Who are the Lions going to pick with this pick? Pick is in. Everybody get your picks in. Adam says Branch. Tell me your picks before it goes on the board. And if you get it right, you get a $10 NFL shop gift card. You actually have to tell me before they announce it on the stream. I am watching the stream. You can't pull one over on me. Yeah, let me know before the Lions reveal their pick. Let me know who you think it is. Mike, JSN. Oh, Lee J, he's taking JSN from you, dude. Oh, it's up. I don't think we got it. We didn't get it. Nobody got it. That's okay. Somebody else is going to pick. All right. They picked quick. Christopher says Levi's, the heir to the Levi's gene empire. Will Levi's. It was not Will Levi's. Will Anderson, Andrew Romero, aka Romy24 says it was not Andrew. That was not right. Gibbs, that was not right. Well, wait, was it Gibbs actually? I don't know. The pick didn't come into the chat before. No, it wasn't Gibbs. It wasn't Mayer. Lee J, you say you have Packers taking JSN. Somebody put in the chat phonetically, how do you say JSN's actual name? Oh, Gibbs, Jamar Gibbs. So, William, you did say Gibbs. I don't know where you are in the stream because when it came up in the chat for me, they had already said Gibbs. They had already said that like it had already been revealed. So, William, I'm going to rely on your honesty. Did you pick Gibbs before it got revealed on the NFL draft like live stream on their like Twitter or YouTube stream? If you say you did, then I'll give you your gift card. And if so, then everybody gives snaps to Will for getting it right. Yeah, how do you say JSN's name phonetically? Like somebody put that in there into the chat, like his real full name. Green Bay is on the clock. Correct. Oh, sorry. I need to scroll down. That's on me. My bad, guys. My bad. I'll show like the last two, and then I'll show like the next. Who's up next in the on deck circle? All right. I see 11 people in here right now. Here's the deal. There's 28 likes on this video. If 2 more people like it, we are going to spin a wheel for a $25 NFL shop gift card. So if you're watching the video right now, like the video. And if you like the video, then you could get entered for a chance to win an NFL shop gift card. You just have to hop in the chat. If you hop in the chat, then I know you're here. I know I can add you to that wheel. So make sure you like it if you haven't already. Breaking news from Will Morris. He did guess Gibbs. He got it right. He knew the Lions were going to take Jamir, not Jamar. Jahmyr Gibbs. And so Will gets a $10 NFL shop gift card. I'm giving away a lot of gift cards here, kids. So everybody get your picks in for the Packers. Lee J says Jackson Smith in Jigba. So it's, yeah, so in Jigba. Because you don't say like the IN, like it's in Jigba. Okay. I got it. So Lee J says he has the Packers taking JSN, aka Jackson Smith Njigba. Get your picks in for the Packers. $10 gift cards. Congrats to Will, who got it right for the Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs. Mike says he's got the Packers taking Mayer tight end from Notre Dame. Q Johnston, Romy24, aka Andrew Romero, aka the biggest gift card winner of all time on the Triple Cross podcast, says Q Johnston. Dalton Kincaid from Utah says Christopher Kincaid. Christopher Kincaid? Who is Dalton Kincaid? Is that a relative of yours? Or are you a relative of his? Is this somebody you know? Is this somebody in your family? And also, are you from Utah? Because I'm from Utah, and that would be neat. Right, where we at? Has it been revealed yet? No, it has not. Pick is in for the Pack. The Pack got their pick in. The Green Bay Packers. I'm really good at the Midwest accent, I think. If you're from the Midwest, tell me if I'm not. But the Green Bay Packers, they got their pick in. There's different. I'm trying to be more subtle because there's like a Wisconsin one. A Wisconsin. It's a long O. It's like a really long O. A Wisconsin one, and there's like a Minnesota one that's like where the O is more like a O. In Wisconsin, it's more like a ah. Christopher Kincaid, you said not related to Dalton Kincaid. That's pretty dope, though, that you guys have the last name. Same last name. Dalton Kincaid from Utah. He thinks he thinks that's who the Pack's taken. Romy, Andrew Romero thinks it is Q Johnston. William Morris thinks it's Jones, wide receiver from Purdue. William, you should catch up to the stream so that I know. Actually, I know that this one is the pick isn't in yet. If Green Bay doesn't pick him, you've got Zay Flowers going to the Patriots. So did you already get your Packers pick in though, Adam? Oh, Zay Flowers. Okay, so you're going to go back to back Zay Flowers. So we got Adam with Zay Flowers. We got Lee J with JSN. We got Andrew Romero with Q Johnston. We got Christopher Kincaid thinking Dalton Kincaid's going to Green Bay. Everybody get your Green Bay picks in. William Morris thinks Jones from Purdue. Chris, you want him to fall to the Cowboys so you can buy his jersey. So, Chris, I have two questions for you. One, are you a Cowboys fan? Two, how did you learn about our podcast? Because there is a heavy bias against the Cowboys on this podcast. I mean, you're still welcome here. I'm just saying the main football host is a Niners guy, and he's pretty indifferent about the rest of the league other than the Cowboys, whom he just dislikes strongly. It's all right. You know, we still want you here. Don't leave. But I'm just saying, how did you find out about us? And also, who is it that you want to fall to the Cowboys? Is it Dalton Kincaid? Yeah. Oh, you get text. Okay, so you must have signed up for one of our jersey giveaways or like our Super Bowl giveaway or something like that. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, Packers pick is there, and I don't think anybody in our stream got it, guys. I will wait to reveal it until it's on the board, but I don't think anyone in our stream got it. Just double checking here. So if I'm being quiet, it's because I'm just double checking. All right, so Lee J said JSN, that was not it. Adam said Zay Flowers, that was not it. Mike said Mikey. Mikey said Meyer. That was not it. Andrew said Q Johnston. That was not it. Christopher Kincaid said Dalton Kincaid. That was not it. William said Jones. That was not it. Nobody got it. No NFL Shop gift cards on the Packers pick. Everybody get your Patriots picks in. Who are them Pats going to take? Who does Mr. Belichick want? A lot of edge guys being picked first round. That is true. Like, I wonder if that's a chain reaction. I think that happens sometimes in drafts where it's like once somebody goes, it's like, oh, we're picking edge rushers. All right, I better get mine. You know what I mean? Like their draft boards might have looked different, but then someone else who started this whole thing. Who started this whole edge rusher thing? So we had QB edge. Yeah, Houston started it, which that one wasn't a surprise. Will Anderson, he was already projected to go high. But then we had Tyree Wilson go, and I do wonder if that like kind of started this chain reaction of like, oh, Green Bay wanted to pick someone else, but we better get Luke because we do not want him to fall. So Luke Van Ness goes to the Pack. And everybody tell me who is going to go to the Pats. Pats. Adam is a Pats fan. For anybody who doesn't know, Adam is a New England guy. He is a Northeastern guy. Will Ness was the pick that went to the Packers, but I believe you thought it was going to be. You thought it was going to be someone else. You thought it was going to be Jones. So that is an announcement that it was Ness. If that's not an announcement, then I'm just going to say now you have to catch up with the stream, because if you win 2 in a row where you were behind on the stream, I can give you one. I'll believe you once. I can't give you another one. Lee J says the Pats are going to pick up Christian Gonzalez. Lee J, to answer your question earlier, by the way, I think there's a link in the description of this video on, maybe not on Twitch. If you go to triplecross.live, you can subscribe to our show on any of the platforms, and there will probably be a gift card giveaway there. It'll probably be a baseball gift card giveaway, but that way you can get on our text list, and we will text the text list every time we're live. So you don't have to just like wait for us on Twitch or whatever. So you can follow us and listen to us wherever, but triplecross.live is kind of our hub where you can say, oh, hey, that's the platform I like. That's the platform I like. You can definitely follow me on Instagram at triplecrossjohn or on Twitter at triplecrossjohn as well, so that you can keep up with our content on the regular. Adam, QB sucks, and they're not going to choose a QB. I kind of was into Bailey Zappi, though. How do you feel about Bailey Zappi as a Pats fan? Pats just switched. Oh, Pats traded their pick. The Pats just traded their pick, and the Steelers are now on the clock. All right, get your picks in for the Steelers, everybody. Christopher Kincaid has JSN, aka Jackson Smith. I already lost it. Njigba. Yeah. Going to the Steelers. Yeah, John Northeast. Yeah, New England trading with Pittsburgh. Will, you're probably updating me wherever you're watching the stream, but I already knew that by the time you chatted it, dude. If you move forward in the stream, you will catch up. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's a device thing. I actually don't know how that works at all. Mike says Steelers going to go with Quentin Johnson from TCU. Okay, Q Johnson. Lee J, you're going to stick with JSN. So we got 2 people, JSN to Pittsburgh. They are the first 2 to pick JSN to Pittsburgh, and I did put a limit on it. So don't pick JSN going to Pittsburgh now, because those 2 are going to lock up the gift cards if JSN does go to Pittsburgh. So pick someone else. Who do you think the Steelers are going to take here? Adam says he likes Bailey Zappi, but Kraft is heavy on Jones, who I think is a bust. So I don't see Zappi getting a fair shake in New England. I mean, eventually, so I think at a point fan bases turn, and that's when it's like you kind of have to. That's my opinion anyway. I don't know. But maybe that doesn't happen as much in New England, or it's just been a really long time since something like that has gone down. But like for example, the Celtics, once the fan base turned on Kyrie, once the fan base kind of turned on Kyrie, it was like the organization kind of had to be like, all right, we need to move on from this guy. And given it was probably a good decision for them. But Rose B, I have not seen you in the chat. What's up, Rose B? AKA Bregman. Rose Bregman. Doesn't matter to me. I don't know what you're referencing, but maybe who the Steelers will pick. Their pick is in, so everybody get your Steelers picks in before they reveal it. And it has been revealed. As of right now, you can no longer get an NFL Shop gift card for a Steelers pick because it is Broderick Jones. Lots of offensive linemen going. So edge rushers and offensive linemen have been the theme of this first round, guys. OT, edge rusher. OT, defensive lineman. Edge rusher, OT. Edge rusher. Edge rushers and the people who stop edge rushers. That's who's going in the first round this year. Roseby, bad connection. You're back now. Good to have you back. Victor to the Steelers. All right, let's check the likes on the video. 29. Hey, heads up. There are 29 likes on this video. There are 12 people watching right now. If you have not liked it, like it, and I'm going to give away an NFL Shop gift card. If one person likes it, one person has to like it, and then we'll get an NFL Shop gift card for $25. And that's how it goes. Yeah, Chris, QBs always go in the first. There's always some first round QBs though, but edge rushers and OTs, like, most of them will get cut, says Rose. Not the first rounders. First rounders aren't going to get cut, I don't think. Jets on the clock right now. Michael has the Jets taking Florence from Florida. Torrance from Florida. Everybody, who do you got the Jets taking? If you get it right, I will give you a little something, little gift, little $10 gift. Let me check my phone really quick because I may have an engagement I need to be at. I'm just like getting nervous that I think it's in an hour, but now I'm like, maybe it isn't. Casey's massage is done. I have to go get my massage. Yeah, we are. Oh yeah, I gotta go, actually. Sorry, everybody. I thought I was out in an hour, but I gotta go now. So we are gonna do, we did not get to 30 likes. It's the cutoff. Christian Gonzalez. All right. So Michael got his Torrance in. Lee J, you said Christian Gonzalez. Anton Harrison. Kimberly says she's a Colts fan. Kimberly, you're a little bit behind in the stream, but that's okay. We love you anyway. Anton Harrison. If any of those are right, I will make sure that you reference the point in the video that you like picked it. So like hour, 52 minutes or something like that, and email triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. So Anton Harrison, Christian Gonzalez, or Torrance, if any of those guys get picked up by the Jets, that's what you do to claim your $10 NFL shop gift card. And we are now going to give away our last $25 NFL shop gift card for the night. And then I got to jump. I actually have some men's league, some basketball men's league to get to, you know, gotta keep in shape, run up and down the floor a little bit. All right. So if your name is on the wheel, it's because you're awesome and you were chatting it up, and I'm going to spin this wheel, and whoever it lands on is going to win a $25 NFL shop gift card. And we are going to do that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin it. Oh, the all-time wins leader. No, Adam stealing it at the last second. It was in the hands. Andrew, it was in your hands. You had it. You had it, man. You had it. And then Adam comes in at the last second, freaking picks it off like a champ. Adam, you know the drill. triplecrosspodcast@gmail.com. Let them know you won a $25 NFL shop gift card on our NFL Draft live stream. That was a heroic win. That the wins leader, all-time wins leader, Andrew has won 8 gift cards from us. Adam just took one right out of his pocket, picked his pocket like a champ. Chris, you weren't on the wheel. I am so sorry, my guy. It was because you were a little bit later to join us. You should have been on the wheel. That's on me. So here's what we're going to do. I am doing a NBA podcast tomorrow. I don't know if you're interested in the NBA at all. If you're not, that's all right. But if you come to the NBA podcast tomorrow, I will give you 2 spots on the wheel. Just be like, hey, Chris, hey, just heads up. I'm Chris from yesterday. John didn't put me on the wheel, so I'm supposed to get 2 spots today. Ask anybody or just ask John. And I will confirm with our producer, which will be Casey, on that show that is the case, that you do get 2 spots. And that's for NBA shop gift cards. But if you really want NFL shop, I'm sure we could figure it out. Guys, I got to jump. I got to get to a men's league game in 6 minutes, and I'm not even dressed. So wish me luck on that. I do live pretty close to the court, though, so it should be all right. Thanks for joining us. NFL Draft Stream was a pretty good one. Pretty good. Everybody kind of stuck around. Appreciate y'all. And we will see you next time. Tomorrow, NBA episode. I am announcing the winner of the NBA jersey, weekly NBA jersey giveaway. If you guys haven't seen that, follow me. Well, check out our YouTube channel on our last NBA episode. I think episode 57. There should be a link in the description of that video to our weekly jersey giveaway. So go get in on that if you like the NBA at all. And we are announcing the winner of that one tomorrow. And we will see you guys next time. Rose B also wasn't on the wheel. Sorry, Rose. I will also give you 2 spots on the NBA show tomorrow. I know that you are pretty regular on the NBA show. Rose, that's not true. You were on the wheel. That can't be right. No, you're right. You were not on the wheel. I'm sorry. I will also give you 2 spots tomorrow. And thanks, guys. See you next time.